As our ship docks in Skagway, Alaska, what picturesque views! It was absolutely breathtaking. Hey guys, today we're in Skagway, Alaska. We're getting ready to board the Whitepass Yukon route, and it takes you unbelievably tour through the mountains, and we are so excited for this. We've heard that this is one of the best things to do in Skagway, to see the countryside, and we just can't believe how beautiful everything is. Pictures and videos do not do it justice whatsoever, and it's cold. It's a lot colder here than Indiana.
But we're retired and loving it.
That's true. We're having the time
Yes,
of our
we are.
lives. So we're looking forward to this, and we're going to take you guys with us. As you walk through the train depot, there is history absolutely everywhere. And as with most places, they had a nice little gift shop.
We work for the Whitepass and Yukon Route Railway. A coconut pumpkin spice latte.
You could grab a snack before your train ride.
Past Rocky Point, the experience becomes increasingly dramatic. Without exaggeration, the train travels along a narrow but solid ledge, blasted out of the rock. On one side, the rock face flies by seemingly inches from the coach. On the other, a splendid view of the Skagway Valley and the void below.
How long have you worked here?
I have worked here. This is my fourth season. It's just an amazing feat of engineering. We actually won the award 1994. We presented the International Engineering Award, and so we're in the same category as the Hoover Dam and the Eiffel Tower and the Panama Canal.
Wow, that's
So,
that's
and as
amazing.
you go through, notice those engineering elements, how they literally put that narrow gauge track right into the mountain.
In the 1890s, the news of Alaska gold spread like wildfire, and people came from everywhere to stake their claim to the gold.
Far from the sun, passengers can see the original Trail of 98. Moving their ton of goods, lines of exhausted men and horses made their way along the narrow path.
Not only did they have to climb the mountain, they had to carry a huge list of supplies with them as they made their trek. And now it's our turn to board the train. We were so excited about this train ride up the mountain.
Once again, there is no crossing from car to car. Inside each car is a very real stove. Please do not touch or adjust them. For 14 miles of narrow gauge track and climbing nearly 1,817 feet in elevation to scale Glacier Point. Our trip will take about 2 hours, and our train will be going to Glacier Station. At Glacier Station, our train will switching sides, so you will get to see both sides of the train ride today. Coming up on our left, you'll see a group of large red buildings. These are our maintenance shops. This is where we maintain our rolling stock of over 80 passenger cars, 15 diesel electric engines, and 1 steam locomotive. Coming up on our right will be the Gold Rush Cemetery. Stampeders often started their journey to the gold fields in Skagway, but many of them had no idea the gold fields were nearly 600 miles away. The Klondike, where the gold rush began, is a region in the Yukon Territory in Canada. It's named after the Klondike River, which meets the Yukon River to the east of Dawson City. Nowadays, the word Klondike is widely recognized not only because of the gold rush, but also because of the infamous Klondike bar, made by a man named Chester Italy in the 1920s. The gold rush in the Klondike region had such an impact on the world that even today we think of that word Klondike with wonder.
Skagway was the gateway to the Klondike, and during the Klondike Gold Rush, the towns were ports for a mass migration that required a year's supply of food to cross into Canada. During the winter of 1897 and 98, roughly 30,000 people stayed in tents by frozen lakes hundreds of miles from the gold fields, building rafts and boats and waiting for the ice to thaw. They paddled into raging rapids near Whitehorse that crushed some boats and even killed some of the travelers. Those who did make it to Dawson City had already been traveling nearly 2 years. Waterfalls cascading down this mountain was known as Bridal Veil Falls. It was just hard to comprehend the majesty and the beauty of this place. Nearly 2 years after the gold rush had begun, all the gold claims were staked out. So the people that made their way up this mountain, what a disappointment to find there was no gold when they got there. The Klondike Gold Rush brought together thousands of people, but few found gold. But they did share a remarkable journey. For the lure of gold, many risked it all.
Not. No. So the Old Trestle's on Post 16 and we're going to 14. The reason is because we're doing avalanche mitigation up there. So I don't know if you've heard, but we've had a lot of snowfall. We had one a couple days ago. And so it blocked the tracks after the tunnel. The reason why we can't go to the tunnel and come back down is because we can't run around the engine. We have to stop at the soonest siding track, and so there's a siding track at Post 14 and there's a siding track up at Post 20, but 16 is in between that, and we have to go to the soonest one, which is 14. It makes a little more sense once we get there and you can see. You should be able to, as long as the fog's not covering, we might be able to see the Wooded Trestle Bridge.
So we were very disappointed to find out we only went about a third of the way that the train normally goes, because there was an avalanche just a couple days before we arrived, and snow was covering the tracks, so our trip was cut short. We were given a partial refund because we weren't able to go on the entire trip, so that was good. We do highly recommend going to Alaska at some point in your life because these views are just hard to fathom. It's just something you have to see in person to truly appreciate the beauty. And here we met another train as it was coming down the mountain. A couple people even reached out and high-fived each other across the train. There was a place called Black Cross Rock where a blasting accident buried 2 railroad workers under a 500-ton granite rock. There was no way to get the rock off of them. There is now a black cross above the rock, marking their final resting place. Because our trip was cut short, we didn't get to see the entire route that they took for the Klondike Gold Rush. But what we did see, we don't know how anyone could survive. The further we got up the mountain, the colder it got and the more snow that was on the ground. In the background is the Sawtooth Mountain Range. It was oh so beautiful and oh so cold. Then the train turned around and we made our way back down the mountain where we saw many beautiful waterfalls. There's another one. Another waterfall. Waterfall.
Beautiful. Another one.
Another one. It's going so fast. It's. Oh.
Ooh, that's a good one.
We went a lot faster going down the mountain than we did coming up.
So watch out for a chain link fence, and the cemetery will be right behind it.
There it is. There it is.
There it
There's
is.
the cemetery. Wow.
sure if that's just kind of.
This was an amazing experience. If you'd like to see our other Alaska videos, click the playlist that just popped up on your screen.